Hi everybody, thanks for tuning in. This week in our video breakdown of our game against the Crescent, we are going to focus on the PSBs, that is puck, support, and balance. We'll transition to talking a little bit about angling, and we'll conclude with some examples of breakouts and how we may be able to improve those going into the future. Let's get into it. This is an example of support and attack on the offensive rush. Let's rewind and break it down together. To start the play, Ethan makes a good read, steps up into the high slot, takes away the loose puck from this Crescent player looking to generate a scoring chance. This is likely a situation we want to move the puck away from the middle of the ice, okay, either to the sides or regroup him behind. We don't really have any support behind though, so Ethan chips it up forward and we get a great bounce, leading to an odd man rush. Pay attention to Caitlin here. Caitlin's at full speed, sees all of the open ice, and realizes that her teammate has won the race to this open puck. She is providing excellent support at high speed, generating a very excellent scoring chance. At this moment, we have essentially a 2-on-1. Okay, Riley has the puck. He's got pressure on his forehand side. Caitlin's coming up the ice on the left side, which is her forehand side. This is likely a situation where we want to provide the puck, recognize our support, provide the puck to her, and allow a greater scoring chance. Okay, Riley skated most of the time with his head down, hits the brakes, and actually turns into a support, essentially neutralizing the advantage Caitlin had. Now we're bunched up in the middle because we've lost our balance. We somehow maintain possession through that. Here's a situation where Carter, look at all this open ice we could stretch into. Riley's pulling the puck onto his backhand, from backhand to forehand. We've run the race. We either got to get this puck right away on net or chip it up a little bit so that Carter has a scoring chance. But if we look what happened here, once again, we need to recognize where support is, in this instance Carter, and our balance. We collide again. Two people on one puck, both of them trying to accomplish the same thing, and they essentially cancel each other's efforts out. We need to remember to balance in the offensive zone and recognize where that support is so that we can more efficiently use the space on the ice. Here we have a play related to both balance and support. We'll watch it through and then break it down. All right, let's watch it again and break it down together. So we have a one-on-one situation down low in the corner. Caitlin has the puck and is fighting the Crescent defender for possession. This will continue for a few seconds. Caitlin drives the mill, tries a slot pass, and all of a sudden she's 1-on-3 with the Crescent defenders in center. We have two support players in the slot here that could be neutralizing this 1-on-3 situation. Ideally, one of these players can jump in and help Caitlin while the other remains in the slot looking for a high probability scoring chance. Our centers move more towards our forwards move more towards the center, and Caitlin continues the battle 1-on-3, but there's no support directly for her in this battle. We continue watching. She keeps fighting, and without that support, we end up having a turnover, and the Crescent exits the zone. So in a situation like this, we need to realize that we need to neutralize their number advantage. Caitlin was 1-on-3. One of our forwards can jump in as in a support role, while the other maintains the balance in the open white ice in front of the net. This particular play relates to both being on the puck and recognition of where our support is. What did you see? Let's watch it again together. This is a regroup situation with Jack going to get the puck as it exits the zone, and we're going to regroup and re-enter the attacking zone. So Jack picks the puck up, is looking up ice. Good job skating with his head up here. But we need to do our job of recognizing where our supporting players are. And in this instance, where do you see the supporting players? They're at the top of the screen in the neutral zone, kind of in the middle of the ice. Transitions, we're looking to go the other way, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 skaters on the far side of the ice with only one Crescent attacker. Okay. We have direct pressure on the puck from Crescent as Jack looks to re-enter the zone. Okay. One way we can utilize our existing support is by stretching that puck across the ice to either Marley or Graham or Kyler. That would allow us all of this white ice to enter the zone and generate a scoring opportunity. We instead directly attack, trying to go through the Crescent players by keeping the puck on our stick. A more efficient way would be to utilize all of that white ice that we saw previously in the regroup. You can only stick handle around so many players, though, and Crescent wins that battle and ends up going the other direction. Remember to utilize your support when they're available. This is an example that utilizes both the P and S in PSP. The first instance will be puck and pressure attack, and the second will be support. Let's watch it again together. Starting with the opening face-off here in the Crescent end. Okay, kind of a neutral result. Turnover in the slot. And at this moment, we have our right defender, Gage. Gage recognizes that there's no pressure on the puck here, and this skater has their head down. Watch Gage come in and attack. Pressure on the puck. Okay. This skater for Crescent panics a bit, moves the puck directly forward, and you'll see that we no longer have a right defender because Gage has pressured the puck. However, Brady recognizes that his defensive partner has vacated this area and supports by moving over, taking away this space. The Crescent attacker no longer has anywhere to go because Brady is supporting the play and is now pressuring the puck again. Results in a great turnover by Brady. Skates in the zone. And leads to a scoring chance. A bit of a bad bounce there on the puck. Okay, but that is a direct result of 2 instances of applying pressure to the puck and great support by the defensive partner, recognizing that we had a numerical advantage because of the power play, and he was able to take over the space vacated by his defensive partner. This is a great example of both puck pressure, and support, particularly by Keller and Graham. Watch as they work in conjunction on this play. Let's watch it again. Starting again with a face-off, this time in our defensive zone. This is an instance in our defensive zone. This deviates a bit from the topic of the video, but this is an instance where we'd probably want to push this puck towards the boards away from the high scoring area in the slot. We can see here Keller is holding a stick with a forehand grip, which most likely means he's going to slap it forward or attempt a spin and pull back to the corner. Okay, remember, in defensive zone situations, we want to be pulling the puck to the boards or to the corner away from the area in front of our own net. Back to the PSB topic, though. Puck does go to the corner. Graham recognizes the situation. There's a loose puck. We need pressure on that puck. Keller was momentarily tied up by the center, and Graham wins that race. Graham chips it out. Keller takes over the puck support role. He is both attacking the puck and supporting his teammate who had supported him. 1-on-2 rush. Great move. Great toe drag. And at this moment, Keller is in a 1-on-1 battle for the puck, and Graham is chasing the play at full speed. This is a great example of support. Okay, and there's a lot of open space here in the middle and a high scoring chance. If Keller's able to chip it to the middle, Graham's on the rush looking for that scoring opportunity. Okay, Graham again watching the play, moving towards the middle of the ice. It's a 1-on-1 situation in the corner here. Graham sees this and he can support Keller by giving us numbers in that battle. So we can be at a 2-on-1 situation, potentially getting that loose puck. Crescent happens to get to the puck first and chips it to the corner, but that was a statistically advantageous situation for us with 2 on the loose puck. So good work by Keller and Graham working together to create a scoring chance. Crescent had to panic and they chipped the puck out of our zone. So good work, you two. Now we're going to talk about angling. Let's watch this video together and see how angling plays a role. Did you see angling? Play is going to start in our attacking zone. There was a turnover and Crescent is now exiting their zone. Crescent looks to have a break. I'd like everybody to pay attention to Toby here. Toby's a little bit ahead of the play, unable to transition to backwards, so he's going to skate forward and take away this skater's space. Closes the gap great. And watch the angle Toby takes, forcing the attacker wide, away from the high-scoring center of the ice. Slightly off, but very close to hip-on-hip here. The Crescent attacker has nowhere to go at this point. They can only get it deep or throw it towards net and hope for a funny bounce. And that's exactly what happens. Crescent panics, throws it to the middle of the ice. There's nobody from Crescent here, and we can just resume a breakout. Excellent job by Toby here, taking away that space. And this is a great freeze frame of hip on hip, stick on puck. Look at that, stick on puck, hip slightly off of hip on hip, and a great example of angling on a rush. Angling doesn't always have to result in body contact, but it sure does always result in taking away space. Good job, Toby. This is another great example of angling on a defensive rush. Let's talk through that one together. A rush in the offensive zone results in a turnover off of some body contact. The Crescent is going to panic with the puck, chip it up, and generate an offensive rush for themselves. There's the chip. Number 21 picks up the loose puck, and Marley's behind the play at this moment. Marley's fast. Watch how fast Marley is. She takes away number 21's space as she attacks our end. Marley is no longer behind the play. She's hip on hip and keeps angling towards the middle, taking away the scoring opportunity. She gets so far ahead, she's actually able to pivot her hips a bit and angle further towards the outside. We now have Ethan joining the play, providing support as Marley continues to take away the center of the ice. At that moment, Marley saw that the defender was out of space. She attacks stick on puck, and the defender is forced, or the Crescent player is forced to throw a random backhand, hoping for a Hail Mary in the slot. Keller's there to pick up the loose change and generate a chance going the other direction. If we rewind that one more time, Great job by Marley of getting ahead of the play, taking away the open ice. Stick on puck opportunity, and Ethan is there to support and recognize the next person coming onto the rush. Keller also providing excellent support, finding that loose puck and being the first to apply pressure. This is a good culmination of all the hard work we've had in practice with angling and attacking. One more example of angling. This one's a slight bit different from the previous angling videos we've watched, as it involves offensive angling in an effort to get to open space for a scoring chance. We have a neutral zone situation here. Riley, I believe, with the puck in the neutral zone, is going to be in a one-on-one race. This is a great creative use of generating some scoring chances here by bouncing the puck off the boards away from the defender as he steps around and tries to find that loose puck. At this point, it's a foot race. Okay. Riley looks to take away this defender's space by slowly angling towards the boards. And watch what Riley does with his feet. He gets his feet in front of the Crescent players and allows him to win that race and establish body position towards the net. There. Excellent stick lift. Feet in front of feet. He's able to pick up that puck. And at this point, we have Caitlin providing support towards the slot. We try the slot pass. We are going through a defender, but it's a relatively good opportunity for us. And unfortunately, the Crescent makes a good play, but that was excellent angling by Riley to generate that scoring chance by angling away the open ice, not initiating body contact, just taking away space on the ice. Okay, we're going to transition now to talking about breakouts and the importance of positioning, good passes, and movement out of the zone rather than being stationary. So let's watch this quick clip. See anything unique? Let's rewind it and chat. Classic breakout situation here. The Crescent dumps the puck in. Cameron's going to set the puck up for us behind the net, and Ethan picks it up. At this moment, I'm quite happy with where everybody's positioned. We have Karina on the wing, Julie on the wing. We have Toby providing support down low in the corner. Toby could also be in the slot providing neutral slot zone coverage in case there's a turnover. Ethan picks up the puck cleanly and moves towards Julie's wing. At this moment, Julie realizes the play probably is coming her way, but we're kind of stationary at this moment. Okay, we want to be executing this pass as we're flying the zone at a relatively high speed. Instead, we end up bunched together. We're no longer balanced. Okay, Toby is no longer providing support because he has essentially crossed into the path of the breakout pass. I'd prefer to see Toby either drop back behind the play here or remain stationary in the slot during the initial breakout. Ethan is completing the pass to Julie, who's relatively stationary, and the pass ends up in her feet. Okay, that's about a 5 to 6 foot pass that we need to be making tape to tape at this level of hockey. Because it's in Julie's feet, she has to kick it to her stick, which is unsuccessful and results in a turnover. So let's rewind that one more time and break it down a little further. Picks it up. At this moment, Toby could probably remain in the corner and follow behind into the slot. Julie should be beginning her exit of the zone, hoping to get a pass in stride from Ethan. You can see how we begin to bunch up, pass into the skates, and a turnover. Remember, during our breakout, we don't want our wings to be stationary, and a critical component of every good breakout is a crisp pass onto the stick of either the center or the wing. This is another example of a breakout. This one's not such a great breakout, so let's break it down together and see how we could improve. The play is going to begin with the Crescent. They have chipped the puck down into our own end. Marley's giving chase. This is usually Marley's puck. She's the closest. She probably has the most speed. But if you watch Marley and Jack, it appears that Jack has called Marley off of it. If that's communications going on, I'm not going to argue about who takes what puck, as long as there's communication between the two defenders. So Jack ends up taking the puck. And at this point, we've begun a typical breakout procedure. Jack is taking the puck behind the net. We need the off wing coming low. The center, who in this instance is Carter, should be swinging through the front of the net, providing timed support up the middle. And Caitlin needs to be low at the hash marks. Right now, we should all be in correct breakout positioning. Instead, we have nobody in correct breakout positioning. Marley should be providing support in front of the net, covering this defender in the result of a turnover, or at bare minimum, staying a bit behind the net for a D-to-D pass. Okay. Riley, on the right wing, should be down closer to the top of the circles, looking for a stretch pass. Carter, as the center, needs to be down low. He needs to be providing timed support. And Caitlin, who should be the most open here, is just far too high to have a reliable pass coming to her. And as you'll see this develop, we don't have any outlets here for Jack. Pressure has been applied to Jack. Marley is exiting the zone despite the one-on-one pressure. We need to remain back as a defender to provide support in the event of a turnover. And all three of our forwards are almost out of the blue line providing support. At this moment, Jack is essentially 1-on-4. Okay, we need center low, winger high. And instead, we're all stationary, not providing support. We're not balanced. Okay, and this is not going to result in a successful breakout. Jack's looking for an outlet here. His best option at this point is actually the far wing, who's drifted all the way to the middle. And so we have to try to panic and get out of the zone, and it results in a turnover in our defensive zone. So remember, when we initiate the breakout, wings move low and then begin to exit at a timed speed with the exit of the defender. Centers support middle to out, and the off winger gets low and then drifts towards the middle as the play develops to that side. Time your exits, make sure you're not stationary, and make crisp passes when available. One thing to point out here, remember, as the opposite defender, we need not be exiting the zone before the puck. We need to stay back in the instance of a turnover. Should this player have intercepted the puck, they would have an easy chip to this attacker, and they would have had a 2-on-0 situation because we've all vacated the zone. Remember your defensive responsibilities. Don't get too excited to get on odd man rush. Here are two separate breakout examples. I'd like you to compare the first clip to the second clip and watch how Graham has adjusted. This is a good example of a player taking constructive criticism on the bench and putting it to use in the game. We're going to rewind the clip and chat about it. So to start the clip, we have a defensive zone situation. Our defender is going to go behind the net to initiate our breakout. We have Kyler on the wing, Graham on the wing, and Keller, I believe, at center. Right here, Keller has cleared the net, and he's looking for a breakout outlet. Normally, we want our right winger to be down low at the hash marks, or at the very least at the top of the circles, beginning to exit the zone. Graham is up high, and I understand why Graham is up high at this moment. He's covering, as we've been taught in the squirts level, covering the high point. Okay. However, if you watch, when I unpause it, Graham is going to start slapping his stick calling for the puck. Keller cannot make this pass because there are two people in the middle. He could try a bank pass, but this D may pinch down and intercept it. Remember to call for the puck when you're open, not because you want the puck every time. Graham called for it. Keller's going to try that pass, and it's intercepted. Here we go again, another breakout situation. Our left D is going to pick it up and go behind the net. Marley's going to move to the front. And this is another instance where we want Graham on the right wing to remain low and begin to exit the zone for a flying breakout pass. Again, right here, Graham calling for the puck. Two people in between that pass is never going to get through. We need Graham down low moving out in this instance. Our D is able to skate out. Okay, and we clear the zone. Graham and I chatted about that afterwards, and I explained what I saw and how to do it better next time. Here is literally his next shift. We have another situation that's almost identical. Watch how Graham has adjusted. The Crescent dumps the puck in. Marley's going to begin our breakout by picking it up and going behind the net. And look where Graham is. He's going down low towards, he's a little high, but he's much lower than he was before. And he's moving down towards the hash marks. Marley faced pressure, so she had to fire the puck around the boards. Graham sees this. He gets low, picks the puck up right where he should be breaking out. He's now skating out of the zone, and he's feeling the pressure. He's got two bodies on him. He's got nowhere to go. We have support from our center, however. This is a very good example of a good angle by La Crescent, but Graham fights through the body contact, chips the puck out. Keller provides excellent support, drives to the high priority area in the middle. I want to rewind that and show that again. Keller sees that the defender is committing to the inside. If he's able to step around him, he's got a lot of open ice. He does that. He doesn't get a scoring chance because he's tripped and puts us on the power play. That whole play started because Graham got low, initiated the breakout appropriately, and chipped the puck up ice to Keller, who was supporting in an offensive role as the center. Good work, you two. This is actually examples of two breakouts, one of which fails and one of which is successful, but there's room for improvement on the second one as well. Let's watch together and then we'll rewind. All right, let's rewind. There's actually three breakouts there. I missed the second one. Breakout number one. Pick up the puck, heading behind the net, and at this moment, got a wing low, center, another wing. The only player missing from this situation is our D, who I believe is hiding way up here. Remember, I think this is Marley. Marley, remember, your responsibility in the defensive zone is the front of the net in the house. Whoop! She realized it, and she sprints back to where she should be, and our breakout is now switching directions. I'd like to rewind this a little bit too and just pay attention to our left wing. I believe this is Caitlin. Caitlin's in the correct spot. The only thing I'd like for her to adjust is that rather than trying to skate backwards to receive that pass, let's get our body going north-south. So we're going forward. When we receive the puck, we can be in a full sprint. If you receive a breakout pass while skating backwards, you'll need to pivot, which changes your direction, and also induces a bit of a puck bobble, which can result in a turnover by defensive pressure. So I'm going to rewind. All right, here's Caitlin. She's low. She should be dropping down to the hash marks and beginning a forward stride out of the zone. You can see that by skating backwards through the defender, we lost that lane. And now our defense, I believe that's Carter actually, is skating up the slot, which is an area I want to avoid on the breakout. Okay, by going here, we're going into a high danger situation for the Crescent. You can see we turn the puck over. This is a prime scoring chance for them. Thankfully, we steal the puck. Good job by Carter to support low behind the net. And then we have Jack picking up the pieces here to resume our breakout. Caitlin's in a great spot. She's low. She's providing support. We can do our breakout here. We have our right wing relatively low, providing far side support. And Carter will initiate the center swing through the middle after the change of possession. Marley, good job staying in front of the net. Again, with Caitlin here, we want to make sure that we're flying the zone skating forward. By going backwards, you're actually bringing yourself in line with their defender and making yourself no longer a viable breakout pass. Remember, forward on the breakout so that we can generate a full hit speed. Jack takes up the middle. There's a turnover. Thankfully, they missed the net. And we're going to break it out one more time. Jack with speed. Riley, realizing that Jack has speed, and he's probably not going to make him a pass right here because he's not going as fast as Jack is, at this point can probably transition a bit to the outside and allow Jack to come up the middle. Caitlin has made an excellent swing to the middle. She's the weak side wing here, and she's going to carry a lot of speed through the neutral zone as she supports up the middle. Right here, Jack needs to recognize with his head up that Caitlin has more speed and is a more viable offensive threat. This should be a straight breakout pass to Caitlin and allow her speed and Riley's speed to carry the play as he transitions back to defense. Instead, Jack keeps the puck, slows play down, and our offensive threat with our two wings has to hit the brakes at the blue line. This is going to slow play down and ultimately results in an offside. Our defense, as we break out, needs to recognize where our support is, and in this instance, it was our wings, and give that puck up. I love when the defense rushes with the puck and they hurry back, but you need to remember when the puck's on your stick, you're looking to create offense by distributing, not necessarily flying and carrying it yourself like Bobby or Cale McCarr. Make that pass, we're on a 2-on-2. Not all bad, lots to learn from there. So lots to learn from this week. Not all bad things, not all good things, but we're going to take everything we learned about this week and put it towards our next games. Video breakdowns aren't all about pointing out flaws, though, so let's have some fun and let's see the top 5 plays of the week.